Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Gaming Ledger. Today I want to go over a concept that I thought of randomly about how there might be a breaking point in retro video game appreciation, specifically Xbox 360. I think there is an actual price point to which people become budget conscious about if they're going to purchase a game, and they make assumptions on whether it's becoming valuable or not. And I have come to that conclusion based on GameStop and shopping at other retro gaming stores that the $10 mark might be the breaking point for when a game begins to take off. This is just my personal observations. I've seen that at the $10 mark, it is kind of the line across the sand for GameStop when games start being pictured as valuable. A good example of this is when I was shopping for I guess you can say, I think it was 4 for $20, where you had $10 games and you get them half off. And I, just in the nick of time, bought what is it? The Marvel Alliance on Xbox 360, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I'm sorry, and I just bought it in the nick of time. I would say within that promo deal, within 2 days, they raised the price $3. It was at $12.99, and I feel like that is the value point. That is the budget conscious value point at which price appreciation could accelerate. And doing that, I think, I think we should take a look at pricecharting.com and look at, based on low to high prices, where that mark is and what the games are in that $10 mark, and kind of make judgments, and look at the charts actually to see if we're getting an acceleration. I based on everything that I've seen, that $10 mark could be something. I've noticed weird things happening. I'm sure you're all aware of the retro gaming boom that's going on. But for instance, GTA 4. I know that the new Grand Theft Auto is coming out, and there is kind of a renewed interest in that. But I think for GTA 4, the last time I checked, a regular non-platinum hits was going for $12 complete in box. $12 or $14, which is, I can't even believe I'm actually saying that it's $12 or $14 right now, because that was a bargain bin type game. That was a game you were getting for $5, no problem.
Hey everyone, here we go. We're on the pricecharting.com website. I absolutely love this site. It gives you kind of a perspective on what is going on with retro video games, and I love it. I honestly, the platform is amazing. So here we are, where we have the complete in box price and the loose price. We're at the $8.90 mark for these 360 games, and we can kind of get an idea at in a rising fashion up to $10, what is valued and what is kind of ranking higher than other games. So this will give us good perspective. Uh, right off, we can see Unreal Tournament. It's priced at $8.95. We are seeing that for a brief moment, certain games are pricing higher. I'm kind of surprised at Deus Ex Human Revolution at $8.97, complete in box, considering I think at one point I bought a sealed copy and I haven't opened it. I haven't opened it yet. I've left it sealed. I bought it at Five Below for $5. And this was maybe, it must have been 7 years ago. And it's sealed. I'm not going to open it. That sucker is not going to get played with. If we look at the chart, we've got some rise. I mean, look at this. $3. Okay, yep. Common game. And we had a peak. We had an all-time high in March 2026. So if this trend continues, it's going to get to $10, more than likely. So, oh man, we got to go back all the way back. Let's go back. So if we click, once I click on something, we're going to open up a new page, make it a lot easier on us. So you can see there are a lot of 6 and 7. So there are some games that are still haven't made that $10 threshold that I'm kind of hypothesizing. Well, let's look at the $8 mark. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We are at $8.15. It's $2 off from the $10 mark. This is being priced in a lot of shops at $5. At GameStop, this is a $5 game. Pretty common title. If we look at the chart, let's look at what's going on with the $8 mark. It's somewhat flat, but it is rising. We did hit an all-time high pre-owned back in February at almost $10. So we are seeing that rise. If we go back, I'm a big fan of Splinter Cell Conviction. All the Splinter Cells, I think, are going to go up. I think I'm very keen to finding Splinter Cells at pre-owned stores. I think they're very underpriced. I think there are problems going on with the licensing of many different Splinter Cell, and I think it's going to continue and go into these other games. Look at this is also interesting. The loose price is very close to the complete in box, which means there's high demand for this, just the disc. When you see this loose price right here to complete in box, high demand. So I think this guy's going up. I do. I think we're going to see some price appreciation on that. Look at the new price too. I believe this is sealed in $24, and it looks like, look at comparatively to the other games, it's significantly higher than other games in this price point. So I'm bullish on Conviction. Let's get up back to the $9 mark. Let's go back up. So we were at Deus Ex. Look at Assassin's Creed. We're at $9. I mean, this is a common game, guys. This is a freaking common game. This is a bargain bin game. Tell me I'm not wrong. We're seeing volatility, and we have an all-time high this month. This is a rising wedge. This is rising. It took a dip, but now it's shot back up. We're seeing movement. It's getting closer to the $10 mark. Now, I was surprised at SSX at $9. I don't know if this is a common snowboarding game. I don't own it. Let's look at the chart. Looks like it's coiling at $10, which is very fascinating. If this, it was at $8, $7, but now it's coiling, this could make some moves. I'm surprised that it's at this price point. I really am. It's, how many snowboarding games do we have on the Xbox? We have quite a few. So the one that comes to mind is Shaun White. So I'm surprised that's at the 9. I am. Two Worlds 2. This is an RPG. It's at $9. It's inching up, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a nice looking chart. These RPGs that are at the $10 mark are going to continue to go up. I really think that. Take a look at Fallout, all the Fallout games. Look at, obviously, Two Worlds, the Japanese RPG games. They're all doing well. I think if you're at the $10 mark with an RPG. It's got room to move. And I'm sure that Fable's another one. I think both Fable 2 and Fable 3 are at exactly at the $10 mark. And I'm sure we're going to see it pretty soon once we get to that mark. But this is an attractive chart. This is rising and it's healthy. This is healthy. This is not a parabolic move where it goes straight up and then crashes down. This is a gradual coiling. We got coiling, and now we're getting a breakout. And that's a healthy breakout. It's testing the new highs. People are trying to get bargains on eBay. They're using the eBay algorithms to get this data, and they're trying to get bargains. Like in October, these little dips, trying to get bargains on eBay. And that's why you get this is healthy. This is a healthy chart. So there is demand for Two Worlds 2. I have the first Two Worlds. The Two Worlds 2 is actually kind of hard to find at a GameStop. I'm trying to get a deal on it. I don't know if it's priced at $5. Let's double check right now, actually. Let's see. It is priced at $5. So if you can find a copy of this with the promo they're running now with a 4 for $10, you could get this potentially for $2.50. And you can get it with box art or you can get it loose. Either way, I think it's an absolute steal if you get it for $2.50. It's a steal, even in loose. If you get this for loose, that's okay. If you can find it. I can't find it. Let's see. Okay. Actually, yes, I can. 20 miles away. I could go there. I kind of want to go to Manchester now. I might. Ugh, that is kind of tempting now. Okay. Yeah. Hard to find this, and now I'm tempted. I didn't think I could find it, but it proved me wrong. So, interesting. This chart looks good, and now I want to buy it. I didn't think I could find it. I've been looking for that game forever, and now it's at $250 with the promo. Yeah. Yep. I like it. I like it a lot. Call of Duty Black Ops. Let's go down the list, the $10 mark. So we're seeing kind of what the prices are telling us what's more valuable than other games. So we're seeing Street Fighter is not doing as well as Tropical 5. Or here's a Grand Theft Auto Platinum Hits. Grand Theft Auto 4 Platinum Hits. Platinum Hits, people don't value Platinum Hits as much as the full, original box art. They value the traditional box a lot more. They view it kind of as a side chick. Platinum Hits is not a premier collectible, I guess you could say. But at almost $10, that's telling me that there is some momentum behind Grand Theft Auto 4. Gears of War. Gears of War is getting up to $10. That's a $5 bargain bin game at GameStop. Fallout, of course. Fallout 3 add-on. You know what's weird? I don't know if the game is included with the Fallout add-on. Is this just add-on disc, or does this include Fallout 3, the game? I'm not sure. I know that Fallout 3 is being priced more than this with the add-on, which is kind of strange because if you're getting the DLC with the game, it should be priced more. It's a weird oddity. I know that Fallout 3 standalone, I think it's at $11 or $12 right now. Army of Two, I've heard Army of Twos are rising. Front Mission Evolved, I've seen this game priced at $5, I believe, at GameStop. Gears of War 2. Here's another Gears of War, almost priced at $10. If we find multiple Gears of War at $10, that's telling me that those are becoming much more prevalent in price accumulation. Okay, let's keep going. Here's another Gears of War Judgment, $9.50. So it looks like the Gears of War 3 at 959. So it looks like they're getting very close to eclipsing the $10 mark. Let's go take a look at Gears of War 3. I want to see what's going on with this. We've got movement. We've got movement. We had a spike in 2024. That could be at the closure of the digital store. And now we've got movement. Yeah, I'm listen, I think the $5 price point was the bargain bin. And then this is becoming premium. The $10 is premium. It's telling us that these games are becoming premium. I'm going to stand by this theory. Probably do more videos on the $10 price point. Why I think this is my thesis. That is the line in the sand. Look at Madden 17, a football game. I bet there's licensing issues with this game. You can't digitally buy it, and that's why it's having price appreciation. I don't know. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. That's expensive. It's going downwards. Strange. 2021, which is during COVID, $35 complete box. Don't ask me. These football games are acting strange. They're going downward. That's fine. We'll ignore that one. I find that interesting though. It's at $10. Most sports games are bargain bin 5. Okay, we got a Madden 25 almost to 10. Let's get to 10. I like that 10. We're gonna prove, or at least try to prove our hypothesis. We're gonna be a little bit biased. That is okay. We're at $9.99. Here we are. Red Faction Gorilla. I know that for a fact this is a $5 game at GameStop. This is a $5 game at GameStop. I'm sure of it. Strangely, we're having some volatility and price spikes. Two of them. It is rising. You can see that this is. I promise you, this was a bargain bin game that people are just trying. They couldn't give this game away. Look at it. $3, $4, and now all of a sudden it got above that line. It stayed above that line since 2023. It stayed above that line. It has stayed above that line for 3 years, and it spiked 1106. Someone spent around $11 for this game on eBay, complete box. So we are seeing movement, man. We are seeing movement in the retro game market. Battlefield Bad Company. I have recently started stacking these games. They are $5 bargain bin at GameStop, and you can usually find complete in box at $10. Look at this. Look at this mountain. This is a freaking mountain, and now it peaked back up $10. It got to 10. It's retesting the $10. I'm telling you, there is something about this $10 mark. It's like a confirmation that there is a premium status on this game. I like this. This is attractive to me. It was at this line. It gained some volume above that line consistently. It tested that line, and now it's shot up. It's nowhere near that line. It was a little bit close in May, but it shot back up. I'm telling you, I'm a believer in the $10 mark. Dark Void. That's interesting. Home from Platinum Hits. Let's keep going. A NASCAR game. NASCAR 2011 is at $10. That's a $5 game. Time Shift. That's a $5 game. GameStop. Then there's some special edition, GameStop editions. We've got some Platinum Hits. People don't like Platinum Hits as well, but look at Elder Scrolls, an RPG, of course. We're at the $10 mark. Let's look at the chart. We hit an all-time high this month. Now, what happens from here? Then remember, this is a platinum hits, so the legit original copy is going to be valued more probably. This is just platinum hits, and we hit an all-time high. So I think there's momentum in this game. We're going to look at and see if we can find Elder Scrolls Oblivion later, past the $10 mark. And I think I have seen it. Medal of Honor Airborne. We're at the $10 mark. Let's look at the chart. Yeah, we've got coiling. We did have an all-time high at 12. And it seems, it peaked above that 10. We're at 10 in 2020. It came down, came back up, came down, came back up, came down, came back. Then it definitely rose above the $10 mark eventually. It looked 3 years later. And, time will tell. It looks like it's hovering around the $10 mark. It doesn't look like it's appreciating. So this kind of counters my thesis, as this is kind of coiling and just kind of wavering around that $10 line. So this goes against my theory, so I might not be completely right. Maybe it could be specific games like RPGs where the $10 mark is confirmation. Dead Rising. This one's interesting to me because this is a common bargain bin game. Well, that's an interesting chart. This is a $5 game at GameStop for sure. This game's going up in value, and it's healthy. Look at the coiling. Look at the coiling. Peaks 2023, then consistently going above $5. Consistently. And then we're hitting all-time highs, 1050. We hit it again in May, and it keeps testing that $10. It's testing that $10 line. It's coiling at $10 as of this moment. If you get this game, if you can go to GameStop and get this game for $2.50 complete in box, you've got one hell of a deal. I do not think this game is going to last for $5 at GameStop. I just don't think it's going to happen. Just look. Not going to happen. This game will not be $5. You can mark my words. Take a look at the video. Today's August 4th. This will not be $5 4 months from now. It's going to be $6.99. There's no way it can be at $4. It's just moving. It's too much of a healthy chart. So I think this is going to be $6.99. 4 months. It could be 3 months. But it's moving. It's moving. We have movement. And, since 2024, which is when the 360 store closed, which is interesting. Let's keep moving on. BioShock, above the $10 mark. Take a look. Let's close our other chart. BioShock's a common game. A lot of people, there's a lot of fans of it. I never played it, but the people who did, they absolutely love this game. All-time high, May, and it's rising. I mean, we've got some momentum here out of 2026. I mean, since 2024, since the closure of the store, the digital store, it's moving. So now it's above the $10 mark. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Are we gonna get some more? Are we gonna go up to 15 anytime soon? Are we gonna go up to 13? Possibly. There's some motion going on. Let's look. The Tom Clancy games are interesting. There's two. I see now 2 Tom Clancy games at the $10 mark. Here's Splinter Cell. Here's Hawks. Let's take a look at both. And I'll tell you what I think about the Tom Clancy games in general. That's a healthy chart. 2024, just closure of the digital store. I'll let you know what I think is going on. Tom Clancy Games is having licensing issues. A lot of the games are being delisted, and because they're being delisted, because of licensing between Tom Clancy books and their licensing expiring, their agreements with Xbox and Microsoft, the discs are becoming the last bastion of owning this game. Can't get it digitally, and this is it. This is the last hurrah, and because of that, you're seeing higher demand. Um, and it looks like this game is now coiling at the $10 mark. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues above the $10 mark. I think this is going to. I think honestly, I think it's going to go to $13 pretty soon. I think this game is $5 at GameStop. Let's look. Yeah, it's $5 at GameStop. You can get this for $2.50. Look at Xbox Original. It's at $12.99. So something's going on with the Splinter Cells. Something's going on with Tom Clancy games in general. I think there are collectors that know that there's licensing problems going on, and they're getting their hands on. Here is Hawks, another Tom Clancy genre game. You know, it looks kind of flat, but we did have all-time highs. We had an all-time high in January, and we had an all-time high in June. Or maybe not an all-time high, but we had another peak in June. What was that? What? Yeah. Oh, maybe 1041. So it's retesting the $10 limit, which is interesting because it's been below that $10 line for a while, up until 2026. Then you had these little peaked above. This is new territory. You know, this I don't think there's enough data to conclude yet if it's going to shoot up above the $10 and become a premium game. You know, budget conscious, or maybe that's not the right word. Maybe it's you perceive a game to be more valuable once it gets to that $10 level. It's like, oh, maybe it is worth $10, and I'll pay a couple extra dollars. I get that feeling that there is this, you know, confirmation that, oh wow, okay, you know, maybe people really want this game. Maybe there's something there. So you know, there's a game. Let me look up End War. It's another Tom Clancy game, but it's not doing as well as the other one. I absolutely love this game. It's a real-time strategy, and it's a fun game. This game gets a lot of hate. I think it's priced absolutely. It's lowballed. It shouldn't be priced at $6.50 complete in box. This is a fun game. This is actually a fun game you can play with multiple people, land up, and it's actually kind of fun. If you look at the chart for a low tier game, it's going up. I mean, look at 2020. You have $4. Now, you know, it says $6.49, but that's not reflecting what it was at. We had $8.50 complete in box in February. Okay, it's very close to the $10 mark. And it's getting higher above that $6 line. Is it going to $10? It could very well. It could get to $10. There is price accumulation ever since 2021. It's a fun game. It really is a fun game. I think it's extremely undervalued at $6.50. I'm blown away that people are getting this game for $6.50. You know, the fact that I could have a battle, a futuristic real-time strategy battle in the nation's capital, in front of the U.S. Capitol in D.C. is fun. It's fun. I enjoyed every minute of it, bringing Apache helicopters around the Capitol. So, and this is part of the Tom Clancy dilemma, I call it, where the licensing issues are happening. So, will this game have licensing issues later? Good chance. There's a good chance a lot of the Tom Clancy games are going to have issues. So I'm bullish on those games. I am. Um, let's look at the 10. We'll keep going 10. See, here's the Fable. Remember we're talking Fable? Here's a Fable. Fable 2. 1068. Let's look at the chart. It's an RPG at the $10 mark. Yes. Very interesting. This is telling us a story. What is this telling us? COVID spike, 2021. $16. Kind of a parabolic move. This was kind of like quick, oh my goodness. And then came back to reality. Came down. Okay. 2024, closure of the digital store. It's rising. It's rising again. And now, see that $10 mark? See that $10 mark right here? 2025. It is now consistently going above that $10 mark. Consistently. This is priced at $5. Fable 2 is priced at $5. I think that is atrocious. Fable 2. I can't believe this game is still priced at $5 at GameStop. Go get this game. If you don't own this game, go get it. $2.50. You get a loose copy. Let me go this way. You get a loose copy. But look at that chart. Nope, that's the wrong chart. Look at that chart. Let's look at the loose copy. What's the loose at? We're at $7 loose. The chart doesn't look as attractive. Doesn't look terrible. But look at that. It's going consistently above the $10 mark. It is now the $10 mark is the bottom. Ever since 2024, and that was the closure of the digital store. So I am confident that there is something about the $10 mark. I think maybe RPGs kind of go first at that $10 mark, the value mark. I think people are more receptive to an RPG at $10 as it tells you that there's, this game might not go below $10 forever. This might be the floor. GameStop doesn't recognize that, but people on eBay do, and they are consistently paying over $10 over a 2-year period. 2025, over at least 1 year, they've been paying consistently over $10, and I think that tells us something about RPGs for the future. So, something to think about. Let's keep going down the line. We're seeing a lot of different games above the $10 mark. Once you get into the $11 mark, things start to get interesting. Mind Jack was kind of a hated game. It was poorly made. It was so bad that it's good. I own a copy. I got it for like $5 on Facebook Marketplace. But even that game is at $11, which is fascinating to me. Halo Wars, we're at $11. Here's Fallout 3. Remember we were talking about Fallout 3? Another RPG. And we're $1 above that $10 mark. Let's take a look. This chart looks good. Peaked. We had I don't want to say it's parabolic, but it was definitely a peak in 2025. It went down, came back up. $11, $12. Oh man, we're getting close to the all-time high. We're like 50 cents away. It's retesting that $10. It's gonna keep going. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a peak in October above all-time high. It wouldn't surprise me. These RPGs, we don't have enough data showing above $10, but I see the momentum, and I think you do too. It's just now breaking above the $10, so we don't have enough data. Um, Quantum of Solace. This was interesting. This game has had a rapid rise. I know that it has licensing issues because of Activision and its agreements with Microsoft. That chart looks amazing. That chart looks that's a sexy looking chart. Bargain bin. All of them until COVID. Movement. This is a great chart. Great chart. Great. All time high. May. Um, I remember this game being priced at $4.99 at GameStop, and I believe we're now at $7.99. We'll look. We'll look right now. It could be $10. Let's see. Yep, it's at 10. I remember vividly this was at $4.99, and then at one point it was at $6.99, and now it is at 10. It's at 10. The retro gaming industry is booming. It's booming. This is the if you were to show someone why you think the retro gaming industry is booming, this would be the chart. This would be the chart. Yes, this game has licensing issues, but and because of it, the only way you can get a copy of this is no longer digital. It's with this disc, which makes it rare. You want to play Quantum of Solace? Gotta have the disc. This chart is great. We keep going. We can, Halo 4 is now at 11:30, which is crazy. It's just insane. It's insane. Grand Theft Auto 5, guys. This game sold when it came out. I don't know how many copies they sold on 360, but they sold a lot. It's now at 11:50. I mean, yeah. Oh boy. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. You're not done yet, are you? Let's see. Maybe the $12 mark will tell us something significant above the $2 above the $10 mark. Let's find a game that would be surprised at the $12 mark. I'm not surprised at some of these. Maybe Lego Pirates of the Caribbean? Maybe. It's kind of a unique game. Let's see. Quake 4 is interesting at $12.29. Wow. Star Ocean's another RPG. Let's take a look at this. This is a 3-disc RPG, massive install. It really is hugging that line at $10, and now it's peaking above it. It looks like it coiled at $10 for since 2024, and now it's just starting to get above that line. I like Star Ocean. I haven't played it. I own it. But because it has the 3 discs, if one of those discs goes missing, guess what? You don't have a game. And that creates a unique rarity to that game. And I like it for collecting. I think that game has potential. And it's an RPG. RPGs are extremely popular as the length of gameplay. Let's see. And Thrillville Off the Rails, an amusement park creation game. This one counters my thesis somewhat. $10 mark, dips below, but now it's dipping back up. It's basically stuck at the $10 mark. So, and it had a peak around COVID, and it really hasn't. So that counters my thesis of the $10 mark. trying to find some Dead Spaces. Let's take a look at Dead Space. This used to be bargain bin, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, this was bargain bin at one point before COVID. I mean, like $7. Look at the $10 mark. It got consistently above the $10 mark in 2025, and now it has not dipped below that. Someone paid $15.28 in September 2025. So this contributes to my thesis. This is just another one of the, things we have to look through and kind of judge whether we have bias or not. I might have bias, and that's okay. Let's see if I can find. I'm very surprised that the Force Unleashed is at 1288. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Is I clicked on it and I didn't open up a new folder, but that's okay. It's peaking above again that $10 mark. We don't have these huge gaps above $10 over here, but now at $10, boom, 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 it's going above. It's consistently going above 10 over the last year. I think we need more data on some of these other games, but I think I need a lot more data over some of these games to be conclusive. I think there's just I need more data, and it's not it's not good to speculate with maybe 2 years of data. I think we need like 5 years to see what that $10 mark is doing. Maybe $10. GameStop tells me though some things. The fact their pricing of games tells me, what to expect from the rising of a game. Quantum of Solace, seeing this game go from $4.99 to $9.99 over half a year tells me, and looking at the chart in combination with that tells me this thing is hot. It's hot. It's really hot. So then let's look at the let's look at GameStop's $9.99 games and then look at price charting, because that might tell us something. Let's how are we gonna do this? Filter. Can we look where can we do pricing? Platform. Can we do pricing? Come on, guys. You guys don't let me do pricing. Alright, let's do high to low, and we'll go down to 10. We'll see all the pretty games. Ooh, $27.99. Afro Samurai. Oh, I can't believe they raised Bully. I really want to get my hands on Gun on 360. That is hard to find. There are a lot of $20 games going down to 17. Just oddball numbers too for games like 17, $6.99, $8.99. That tells me they're trying to adjust their prices on the fly to keep up with price accumulation. Just oddball numbers like $12.99. Look at this, $12.99. Like what? They can't stick to they can't stick to $9.99 or $5.99 or $4.99. I'm sorry. Like they're not sticking to these ballpark numbers. They're shimmying the price, which to me is interesting. I'm not used to seeing $12.99 consistently like this. Very unusual. I think that should be unusual and kind of raise alarm bells. Okay, here's some $10 games. What do we want to look at first? Let's look at Alien Isolation. Let's look at Alien Isolation. See what's going on with this. Yeah, we'll do Nostromo Edition. Okay, well. Let me go back. Maybe there's a normal. Yeah, because that's a specialized. Yeah, see, look at this $10 mark. I mean, it hit the $10 mark. It's been above $10 for a while. It's bounced around. Yeah, I would say this is kind of flat to kind of rising. It was at the $10 mark after COVID. This is COVID. Yeah. And now it's really kind of gone up a tier to 15. Yeah. I see demand for it. It's coiling at 15 now. It was at 10. It was at 10 for 2 years, 2022, 2024. And now at 2025 to current, it's coiling at 15. It's bouncing around 15. So it was at the $10 mark for 2 years, and now it is at the $15 mark, the $15 line since 2024, so another 2 years. So it looks like a 2-year cycle for this game. So 2028, $20. I'm seeing $20 on this game. 2028 or more. It all depends on demand. It could go more, could go less, but interesting. What should we look at? Common title. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. We're at $10. That's a common game. Modern Warfare 2. Let's take a look. The charts don't lie. We've got a rising chart. Just now peaking above $10. Momentum, rising wedge, healthy. 2024 closer to the digital store. Now it's going up. We need more data, but I think the $10 mark could be the floor. This is moving. That's a moving chart. Need more data though. What are we gonna do? Oh, did I click out the GameStop? I'll go back. Boy, oh boy. I do that. I click out of the stores. Why do I do that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's find another $10. Wheelman. $10. This, I think, is going to get repriced by GameStop sometime soon, but let's take a look. We're going to get out of this. Let's see. Okay. This will be interesting. We're at $11.99 for price charting. Yeah. Okay. COVID. We had the $10 price mark. It was coiling around the $10 line. But now look. What do we have? 2021? 2021 that really started coiling. And it looks like at 2023, so about 2 years, again, that 2-year cycle, 2023, and then we had a gradual rise, 2024, so in a year, then we had a retracement, 2025, and now it's coming back up, sort of. So it looks like that $10 floor is in, because it tested it in November of 2025, came back up. So it's not rising straight up. It's not a breaking point, but I think the $10 mark line in the sand could be a floor. I should reword my thesis. After looking at these charts, it looks like there's a $10 floor possible. I don't know. This is just one game, but I have seen a couple of games where it gets to $10, coils, or it's building a floor at $10. I don't know if it's just a conscious number amongst people. I'd like to get another $10 game to see, kind of what is going. Ghostbusters. Let's look at Ghostbusters. This to me will be interesting. I own this game, and it's actually fun. My family likes playing this game. Let's see. this is kind of confirming a floor or a coiling right at $10 for a very long time. Came down. It looks like COVID. It looks like it's been holding on to $10 for a very long time and not moving. Just not moving. Interesting. It's just one game though, so it's hard. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Eat Lead. That's kind of a unique game. Let's take a look though. What did I click on? Oh, price charting. Oh, okay. Eat Lead. It's successfully eclipsed. It was at the $10 mark. It was above that line. It reached in COVID, but now it is successfully above that line. So, yeah, it is consistently above that line. So, I'm gonna stick to my guns at the $10 mark. I do think that's a level. Based on what I see, GameStop pricing their games, they view it as a level. If we count how many pages, so we did high to low. I feel like $9.99 and $4.99 are the two tiers that they've kind of established. And you've got let's see how many pages we have at $9.99, and then compare it to $4.99. Here is $9.99. All right, that's one page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 pages, 5 pages, 6 pages, 7. All right, we're making it 8, 9. All right, looks like 9 and a half. 9.5 pages out of 44. At the $10 tier. 9.5 pages. What is that? That's a quarter of all the pages. Roughly a quarter. And then we're at $7.99 right now. An oddball price for a game, in my opinion. $6.99. There's maybe 2 pages of $7.99. Here's $6.99. $6.99. Now we're at $4.99. Okay, and we're at 26. And that would leave us with, what is that, 4? I would say there are, how many pages? 28 pages of $4.99 below. 28 pages. I'm counting 28 pages. Yeah. 28 pages of $4.99 below. And there were 9, I would say 9.5 of the 10, and then prices started moving differently after 10. It started, you didn't have a consistency above 10. It kind of was a mishmash of like $12.99, $14.99, $18.99, and then just individually priced games that were kind of speckled, in their own right, like $20 obviously. But I think that the $10 in terms of basic brick and mortar retail, the $10 mark is, I'm going to stand by it. It's the breaking point to where you get this oddball, $12.99, $14.99, $17.99, $20. Then you get the 20, and then the $24.99, $28.99. You get this oddball relationship of pricing. Here, we're at the first page, $44.99, $49. Here's a $50 game for Left 4 Dead, $44.99. What else we got? Okay, $40 games. Here's a $45. Why they're pricing Saw at $45? Okay. NCAA basketball, 45. That's a weird number. Left 4 Dead, $37.99. Tell me that's not weird. That is not a. Tell me that's not a weird price. That's an oddball price. Why not put it at 40? Why not put it at 35, 34.90? That's it. That's an oddball price. Maybe $30. Captain America, $37.99. There are oddball numbers. Here's $30. Okay, $30 is kind of a complacent, unique number. $27.99. Oddball numbers. Why don't they price them in whole sections? It's because these games are moving and they have to reprice them like $3 every so often because they're rising in price. If they weren't rising in price like they are, they wouldn't have to do these tinkerings like they are right now. That's my thesis. So they have a substantial section of $4.99 and below, but then they have also their second tier section is at $9.99, and that is why I'm saying there's a line in the sand at $9.99, because then prices start to appreciate differently. And each game's probably a little different, but I feel like that $9.99 mark is unique. It's unique. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Let me know what you guys think about my thesis. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm making up things on the fly, but that is my theory. I've been thinking about that number, the $10 mark, as a budget kind of conscious move, and maybe it's a value. We got an NVIDIA pop-up. Maybe it's like a value perception on a game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.